I like how the sky background isn't just a color change with swapping out the moon for a sun. Actually, incredibly useless fact, these are the same clouds, just shifted down. And who created a mumbo club? So we find out way later Starfire came to Earth as a prisoner and hasn't returned to her home planet yet. So where are these bags from? Unless Star has a secret sewing skill. Dude, this has to be one of the most memorable themes, to me at least, because it's like the start of a Pokemon adventure story. Perfect starting theme. Nah, never mind, this has to be the most memorable theme. Someday someone will sample this. I'm surprised no one has already. Unfortunately, I'm not a producer, so any producer who stumbles upon this, shit man, it's yours. And the craziest part, I think this is an original song, but it's nowhere on the soundtrack for Volume 2. Like, at all. And this isn't even the last time we will hear it.
Come on, Beast Boy, give me that thing!
Dude, I'm in the middle of a game, Cyborg.
Yeah, my game, 'cause it's my turn!
I mean, we have seen this game be multiplayer, so.
Knock it off! I can't work with you two acting like idiots!
Robin, you have your own little workspace. And as much as I'm complaining, I am. But no, seriously, as much as I'm complaining, I do like the little moments they have. I think bickering makes a team feel more natural, if that makes sense. And it also makes the sweeter moments more impactful, because imagine if everything was hunky-dory. It'll make the special moments feel less special.
We're getting on each other's nerves a little. Big deal.
Yeah, this is just typical roommate stuff.
I'm not the only one who finds it odd hearing themselves be called roommates, no? It just gives the same vibe as calling your sister or brother a roommate.
We're not going to drift apart, Star. I promise. We'll all be friends forever.
Forever?
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Valuable in the past, priceless in the future.
This is Robin's explosive disc, by the way.
Hey, stop! Stop yourselves!
This guy's a fraud, freezing time my ass. You just froze him in ice, and those are just regular lasers. And that's a regular backhand. Time-based villain with no time-based weaponry? Someone get him out of here. Oh, thank you, Star. I mean, we all know that Robin's like superhuman and everything, but we can't like pass over the fact Robin has to be fast as hell to react and jump after Star. Okay, so this either means the team disbanded as soon as Star, like, just disappeared, or they just left that there. And it can't be that this is an alternate timeline without battling Warp, because...
Well, that's what happens to folks when you go away for 20 years.
20 years?
You disappeared, Star. That battle with Warp, that was a long time ago. My last power cell burned out years ago. I've tried adapting this new stuff to my old circuits, but I can't leave the tower, Star. I'm obsolete.
I'm surprised Cyborg's battery is like one of the most consistent things in the show. And this isn't even the last episode that make note of it. And the second most is this stupid fucking panda design.
No way.
These boys supposed to be like 35 here, by the way.
Look, after the Titans broke up, I tried the whole solo hero thing. Got my butt kicked. A lot.
I mean, yeah, I guess the Doom Patrol is just dead without the Titans' help, so yeah, there's really no going back to them.
Your mind. Without friends, you must have...
Raven being white can mean some things, but for now, this isn't the last time we see White Raven, so I feel like it would be a waste speculating on why, so I'm just gonna mention it here.
You will repair the damage you have done to my past!
Damage? Silly girl. There's nothing wrong with your past. One cannot damage history, because history cannot be changed. I went back in time to steal this because history says it disappeared. And history says it disappeared because I went back to steal it. Past, present, future. It's all written in stone, my dear.
Yeah, remember this for later.
It's good to see you again.
Robin?
I haven't used that name in a long time. Call me Nightwing.
Robin comes for money, so he was always going to be alright. These gears have been used for the transition into Slade's lair, so does that mean he revamped Slade's lair into his own? And I'm not the only one who feels like this isn't Robin, right? Like, I'm not insinuating that it's not Robin. I know it is, but like, design-wise, this just feels very off from Robin. Like, if you were to show them side by side without knowing the history of Robin at all, would you think that's a future version of Robin? I mean, I like the design. The mask kind of pisses me off, though. But this doesn't feel like the evolution of Robin. But how do I feel about Nightwing as a character? Well, he's fucking awesome. He has a cool suit and he has a cool name. And he also is like Batman and Superman combined. He also is a perfect evolution of Robin, and I think this is a pretty good way of seeing him in the cartoon because, well, he is the next step of Robin. He's outgrown his young hero role, therefore outgrowing the title of Robin, and makes a name for himself. And since this is the Teen Titans and it wants to focus on the adolescence of the Titans, I don't really see him becoming Nightwing in the show. So hell yeah, why not a time travel episode to see this amazing yet unexpected cameo?
There is nothing you can do. There is nothing anyone can do. The past cannot be repaired. The future cannot be altered, no matter how wrong it seems.
So, it's impossible. Good. If memory serves, we've done the impossible before.
If it wasn't for the Go prequel episode I keep alluding to, I would have definitely been like, have you? I like the detail that Beast Boy's eyes have become dull and lost their shine. I mean, yeah, it's depressing, but nice detail for his design. Some things never change, not even the fact these guys are understaffed.
Just a few more seconds and I shall finally...
I don't know why, but little moments like this just make me think that this is the only guy to be rightfully annoyed by the Titans.
The future will have to wait. You just ran out of time.
Like, come on, you can't tell me this wasn't a grunt lit out in annoyance. Okay, so this is definitely the most understandable villain because you understand why he hates the Titans so much, because they fuck him over, like, really bad. Like, sure, he's a thief, but at most he's stealing something that disappears. We don't even know if he sells it or anything, and he doesn't harm anybody that harms him. Leaves without trying to cause any further damage, but gets sent to the past and stuck for, like, a few years, and tries to get back to his time, and it's stopped. Tries to leave again without causing any further damage, and gets turned into a baby for, let's see, stealing a clock. I mean, sure, he tries to shoot at Star, but she leaves him stranded in the past, so I think he's rightfully angry.
Get you home, come on. I'm redirecting the wormhole.
Oh, you can just do that?
Please, must this really be our future? Is there nothing I can do to change it?
I'm sorry, Star. There isn't time.
Huh?
Starfire!
Where did she...
Am I the bad guy if I say Robin definitely took the funding and left after Star disappeared? So when you think about it, this episode is like really, really sad, and probably from an objective standpoint, the most sad because like throughout the entire future segment, which is majority of the episode, there isn't a single goofy gag. Hell, there isn't even a joke.
Dude.
Okay, I am not changing any diapers.
And Cyborg is on life support basically. Beast Boy is like that one old coworker who's got nothing going for them. Raven had a mental breakdown, and Nightwing, well, he got money, so he was always going to be alright. But he didn't help any of his friends, so that just makes him a dick. And yeah, it ends on a good note, but Nightwing's final remarks were so bleak, it's just like, damn. And this is the season opener. Luckily, it's got Nightwing, so the kids don't gotta be too down. But when you rewatch this episode a lot, it's kind of glum. And I'm not saying it's a bad episode, but like, damn, dude. But anyways, how I feel about this episode? Well, I think it's great. And before I really get into it, anybody who is obsessed with comics or just has Google, like me, probably knows that Warp is a character from the comics. But man, they are so different, it's pretty much like they aren't the same character, except in name. So I'm not going to do the little comparing thing or go over their backstory, because Warp is a pretty boring villain. Like, his design doesn't stick out much, and he really isn't the focus of the episode. It's more like the real villain is Time, but I'll get into that later. Anyways, Warp is more of an inconvenience, at most. And I know how I was saying how he should be the only villain to reasonably hate the Teen Titans, which I still believe. There really is nothing more to him. He's kind of like a human MacGuffin. Anyways, for the story, it's one of those dark episodes that you don't realize how dark and depressing it is until you're older, like I mentioned. Surprisingly, also one of the time travel episodes that make time feel like this big scary obstacle because, like, yeah, man, how long is forever? We don't know for certain if things will change, but in a way we can, I know this sounds corny, but stick with me here, be the change.
Our friendship has already changed Warp's past. I believe it can also change our future.
Your future depends on you. So when the question is asked, how long is forever, you're the one who's supposed to answer it. which is really cool, I think. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, have a nice night, have a nice week, have a nice life. Peace, peace.